Social media, I think, is the worst thing that ever happened to humanity. And on Dwight Torres' page, I happened to notice today that he said that his opponents do not think that Surf City is great. I don't know why we moved here. I don't know who he's talking about. We all think that Surf City is great. We all see that there are things that can be fixed or improved. We would like to make it better, and that's all there is to it. I was criticized by Mr. Fowler because I was not appreciative of his 25-year plan, or the council's 25-year plan. So let's do a little audience participation. Who here has ever seen the 25-year plan? Raise your hand. Who participated in making the 25-year plan? Raise your hand. Councilman Shugarts, you've been a councilman for 2 years. When was the last time you updated the 25-year plan? Never. So we have a secret plan put together by who knows who that affects your life every day. This fundamentally is the problem with your municipal government right now. There is no transparency, and it really has to stop, and we will make an effort to put a stop to it.
You know, a lot of people ask me why I want to be on city council and why I want to do this. You know, with all the drama that's been going on in this year's election. And I do it because I love where I live. I want to serve all of you and have everybody's interest looked after. And I think so many times in government and even at the city level, people forget who they're working for. And we're working for each and every one of you. And I live here, I don't have a business here, but you know, I pay taxes, I go to our local restaurants, our local shops. You know, we're coming in off season, and this is a time of year that we really need to step it up and support the local businesses as much as possible. And we need to just love our community, reach out to our neighbors, reach out to the person, you know, across the street. We see something that needs attention, we need to bring it up to someone. And in my past experience, there's been a few things that I have seen throughout the city and I've seen happening. And when I go to City Hall or I go to the council meeting and I voice these things, I voice these frustrations, we're always told it's going to be taken under advisement. You know, nothing ever happens. Like I said before, you can go back through all the years of the council minutes and read the portion where it's the public time to speak, and the same thing is brought up over and over and over. And I can, you know, tell you, for me, it's the trash cans out on South Shore all the time. Can we not get them pulled back from the street? We have an ordinance, we have things that are supposed to happen. If the property owners aren't there and they're being rented out, then the companies that handle the leases, handle the rents on those properties should make sure it gets done. You know, we have an image issue as far as I'm concerned when you go down the road and you see nothing but trash, broken easy-ups, discarded beach furniture, and everything else like that that's just constantly in our street. And this is something that gets brought up at every single council meeting, and we need to start acting.
I would like to reiterate that my vision is one of controlled growth with fiscal responsibility and citizen input. We need to keep everyone involved in our government, in our community, so that we can stay on task and to make the changes that are necessary for the controlled growth. We need the multi-use track so that people can park off the island and get across to the beaches safely, and you won't have to have a car. We need to make sure that we always support our merchants, because if we don't support them, we have nothing for people to come to the island to eat, to shop. We already had one beach place closed down recently, and so we lose our community when we lose our businesses. We need to help our rental agencies be prosperous and have information to keep our visitors safe. We do need lifeguards, we do need hazard flags, and we're not going to get sued any differently whether we have lifeguards and hazard flags or we don't. I can tell you that from firsthand experience. We also need to have contacts with our government in Raleigh. I believe I can help in that regard, and if I'm elected, especially with the people that are before you today, that we can make a big difference in a positive manner to help Surf City grow appropriately and conservatively, but safely.
I love Surf City. I love my community of Dogwood Lakes. Absolutely love it. I love my neighbors. I love my friends. I love my family. None of that's ever been in contention. For the new citizen, listen to me. The new citizen, this is one I would say consider been here 2 years or less. Okay? You understand because you come from a place where there's representation. It's normal that there's fresh blood and openness. That's okay for you. I love the half local. That'd be me. I've been here less than 20 years, 10 years, so I'm not a local. So I'm here less than that, okay? But this is to me, we feel vested. We've got our life here. We're going to retire here. We came here to retire. We've put everything we have on the line here. Everything. So we get this. Change is okay for us. Then you have the locals that have been here 20 years or plus. We're not going to destroy you. I'm not going to destroy Surf City because I'm not from here. I'm not going to do bad things to Surf City. Somebody called me, I'll never forget this, when these charges were brought on to me. And they said, what evil have you brought on Surf City to be treated the way you have been? I said, I don't know. My opponent, and some of their supporters have stated that I have a lack of experience. I challenge all of you today to tell me how many of you were experienced when you started your careers. Who was standing over you saying you should not do that because you don't have any experience? Dale, when you started your job one time, did somebody come to you and say, you're not worthy because you don't have any experience? No, you were gung-ho and excited to jump in there. My past 2 years have been equal to any normal councilman's tenures of 20 years. My last 2 years, what I've done, the amount of times I've been told no. It's not been easy. I'm not asking for you to feel bad for me, okay? But it has been a little torrential at times. I've been told no more than any council person ever in 2 years. So one of the things I want to say to you is this. As mayor, council meetings will always follow the rules and be fluid. As mayor, I will make sure all opinions are welcome from the community. As mayor, I will make sure that all opinions and input from city councilmen are welcome. As mayor, I will guide the council so they can make better decisions. And as mayor, I will lead Surf City like a pro. I believe that our economic development plan was not properly forecasted because how could you forecast something 25 years ago and be here today and know where it was going to be? Mr. Blevins couldn't do it. Hap, you could not do it. Mr. Andy, you could not do it. No one here. Sandy, you couldn't have done it 25 years ago. This beach was not the same 25 years ago as it is today. So no one could forecast that. You couldn't have a 25-year long-term plan. It would be impossible, Phil, to do that process. But we are overwhelmed with the current circumstances and they need immediate attention. Need immediate attention. So my opponent says, main argument, that he needs to be reelected to finish what he started. An alarm should go off in your head about social responsibility if you need more time. Because one of the things I'm not going to do is at the end of my 4 years when you elect me is say, I just need 4 more to get it done. I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to work on that plan. And I'm going to be open to ideas and making sure things happen. All I'm asking for is for your vote in 4 more years. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay.